Appeals Council. What happens at the Appeals Council? Okay, let's pause and talk about this for a second. So you've applied for disability benefits, you've been denied once, maybe twice, you waited probably a year, you're gone before a judge, judge has now denied you, and you're like asking yourself the question, what's next? The next thing is you actually can appeal to the Appeals Council. Within the Social Security Administration umbrella, there are different levels that you go through. So when you apply for disability benefits, you can appeal by asking the office to look at the application again. If you get denied again, you can ask for a higher court within Social Security to look at your case that's going before the administrative law judge. If you get denied by that judge, you now have one more, and this is actually your last level of appeal within Social Security, which is the Appeals Council. Now, here's the difference between the Appeals Council and the judge before. When the judge down that you went before in a hearing is responsible for looking at your medical evidence, they're not bound by any prior determination and making an independent determination of whether you are or not disabled. That's the first thing. When you go to the Appeals Council's responsibility is not whether the judge was wrong in determining whether you are disabled or not disabled. Here's where it gets really tricky. Listen to me when I say this. They are looking at whether or not they legally made a proper determination. Was there any legal error? It's important to stress that. Why? Because the Appeals Council could determine that a legal error was made and you could still be found not disabled. They could basically say the judge was supposed to do this but didn't do that, but didn't do it. And as a result, send it back to the judge. The judge could have another hearing, correct that legal error, and still found that you're not disabled. Now you're asking yourself, well, what the hell am I going to appeal for if that could happen? The idea is when you're appealing, you want to be given every opportunity. And this is where I tell people getting a representative is very helpful. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But you need to focus on the fact that when you're at the Appeals Council, your main focus is, was there any legal error? Did the judge make a mistake in applying the law? Don't get caught up in the fact that, because further, most people say, yeah, because I'm disabled. They made an error of the law and found that I'm not disabled. That's too broad of a stroke. You need to be able to specifically identify what standard they did not apply properly and let them know exactly what it is. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the Appeals Council, long wait. They're about 15-month backlog. So when you appeal that bad boy, you're probably not going to see a decision until 15 months later. You won't get a hearing. There'll be no testimony. It's all paper. They're going to be looking at your case to make an independent determination. So they need to know what it is that was done wrong from a legal standpoint, specifically in order for them to determine whether or not the judge made the decision properly.